네, 다시 한번 안내 말씀드립니다. 이제 곧
I would like to make
2023
an
힌츠페터국제보도상
announcement. We are
시상식
going to begin the
행사를
2023
진행하도록
Hintspeter
하겠습니다.
Awards
장내로 빨리
shortly.
입장하셔서
Please make your
자리를
way
주시면
into the
식을
auditorium
진행하는데
and be
그게 도움이
seated
될
so
것
we
같습니다.
can begin.
네, 입장하시면서 받으신 통역 리시버 단말기
You
사용법에
would
대해서
be
잠깐 설명해
given with
드리겠습니다.
the interpretation receivers. For channel 1, you will be able to listen to Korean language. For channel 2, English interpretation service will be provided. So please use the receiver as you need.
Even the city is in turmoil.
Sur le continent, Moscou pousse ses pions au détriment de l'influence française.
Piller l'Ukraine et c'est la même chose que les Russes font.
Americans by a familiar chill of vile fear. After that,
За Россию! За победу! Ура!
Vladimir Putin issued a stark warning.
Вот я аватарку поставил себе. Нет войны написал. И присылает мне видео, где украинцы убивают военнопленных.
As a journalist, it wasn't safe for me to stay in Russia.
네, 여러분 안녕하십니까?
Good evening,
2023
distinguished guests.
힌츠페터국제보도상
Welcome to the
시상식에
Hintzpeter
참석해
Awards
주신
ceremony
매진 여러분,
2023.
그리고
I would like to thank you for joining us live online.
대단히 반갑습니다. 2021년 첫
It was
걸음을
first
내디딘
established in 2021. The Hintzpeter Awards is celebrating its third edition this year. My name is Lee Jung-min, announcer for MBC, and I'm your host for today's ceremony.
네, 오늘 시상하는 2023
The 2023 Hintzpeter Awards was created to honor the journalistic spirit of Jürgen Hintzpeter, a German video journalist who captured the truth of the 1980 Gwangju uprising on video and shared it with the world. Jointly established by the Korea Video Journalists Association and the May 18 Foundation, the award supports and stands in solidarity with video journalists who struggle to document and share the truth in places where democracy, human rights, peace, and press freedom are compromised. We'd like to begin the ceremony by honoring the video journalists who are working tirelessly and bravely, even at this very moment, to tell the stories and voices of the people with their cameras on the ground. We will be honoring the winners of the 2023 Hintzpeter Awards for news, features, and May Gwangju Award, which is an achievement award, as well as the prestigious grand prize, the World at a Crossroads Award. Let us now begin the 2023 Hintzpeter Awards ceremony.
시상식을 시작하겠습니다.
We are joined by many distinguished guests who are here to congratulate the opening of the ceremony despite their busy schedules. Please give them a big round of applause as they are introduced. We have Mr. Won Sun-sun, who is the co-chairperson of the 2023 HAOC, as well as the May 18 Foundation. We have Mr. Na Chun-young, who is the president of the Korea Journalists Association. And from Gwangju Metropolitan City, we have Deputy Mayor of Culture and Economy, Mr. Kim Kwang-jin. And we are joined by Supreme Representative of the Democratic Party of Korea, Mr. Park Chan-dae. And the president of the jury committee, we have Mr. Ahmed Assar.
그리고 이 시상식이 이 국회 도서관 대강당에서 열릴 수 있도록 많은 노력을 해주셨습니다. 고맙습니다. 민영배 더불어민주당 의원님,
really worked hard towards renting this venue today, Mr. Min Hyung-dae, the representative of the National Assembly, and we have a spokesperson for the same party. And we have His Excellency, Ambassador of the Republic of Germany to Korea, Mr. Georg Schmidt. And we have Her Excellency Yana Skibinechika, the Deputy Head of Mission, Embassy of Ukraine. And also we're joined by Mr. Kim Nak-gun, the CEO of Gwangju MBC. Please give him a big round of applause. I ask for your understanding that we were not able to introduce each and every one of our guests due to time constraints.
And with that, for opening remarks, please welcome Mr. Won Sun-seok, co-chairperson of the 2023 Hintzpeter Awards organizing ceremony and chairperson of the May 18 Foundation. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Won Sun-seok. First of all, where there's a desire for democracy, human rights, and peace, there are journalists who listen and dedicate themselves. And I pay my deepest respect to all of your arduous work and sacrifice, and congratulations to the laureates of the 2023 Hintzpeter Awards. In 1980, in the city of Gwangju, where everything was closed off and unbelievable was happening, there were people who risked their lives to tell the truth. When newspapers had been stopped printing and broadcast media was only airing distorted news, one man broke through the martial law army's inspection and documented what was happening in Gwangju. And that man was the German journalist Hin츠peter. His footage that told the truth to Germany and Europe and to all of the world was referred to as the Gwangju video by Korean civilians and students in the 1980s whose lives had been dominated by military oppression at the time. And this video lit a fire among many of them. And still today, in many parts of the world, people still suffer exploitation, oppression, violence, and war. Extremist nationalism, distorted ideologies, racism, religious fundamentalism, and militarism continue to threaten the coexistence and peace for humanity and lead to far too many sacrifices. Democracy is under threat, and the freedom of expression and speech are also being oppressed. And the times call for a global unity and action. The Hin츠peter Award recognizes and stands with journalists who are in every corner of the world, listening to and delivering the voices of those who suffer and are isolated. I truly hope that the May 18th spirit and values will serve as a message of hope to those fighting for human rights and freedom all over the world. And once again, I express my utmost respect and support to all of the journalists who risk your lives to document and tell the truth. Lastly, I want to thank all of the laureates for gracing us with your presence despite the long-distance travels to come here, as well as all of the honorable guests. I also want to extend my gratitude to Chairperson Da Junyoung and members of the Korea Video Journalists Association, the May 18 Foundation, the Judging and Organizing Committee, and to everyone involved and who supported the awards for taking place. Thank you so much.
네, 감사합니다.
Thank you very much.
원순석 5.18 기념재단 이사장.
We heard from Mr. Won Sun-seok.
자, 다음은 제28대
And next, we would like to invite Mr. Na Junyoung, co-chairperson of the organizing committee and the 28th president of the Korea Video Journalists Association, on his greeting. Hello, everyone. I am Na Junyoung, president of the Korea Video Journalists Association. First of all, I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the winners of the 2023 Hin츠peter Awards. I would also like to thank all of you for joining us to congratulate the winners. Video journalists are the chroniclers of history, standing at the front lines of the scene with their cameras in hand. Being at the heart of the news means that they are one step closer to the truth than anyone else, so they are able to see and hear the voices of truth deeper and louder. However, diving into the middle of the truth requires great courage and effort. It sometimes means that you are standing against the enormous power and threats of violence, and sometimes you're faced squarely with your own human limitations and the structural contradictions of a society. But through it all, the truth captured on camera have a power of empathy and persuasion that is more powerful than anything else. That very power can change hearts and minds and the world, as we have experienced and learned from the day camera was born more than 100 years ago. Hin츠peter and many unnamed video journalists who broke through the tyranny of the military dictatorship in 1980 to unveil the May of Gwangju, and the protagonists of the 2023 Hin츠peter Awards who stand here today are the testaments to such fact. I believe that the award can only fulfill its purpose if we do more than just award the winners who've reported the truth against all odds, but also engage the stories they tell, the voices of the people in those stories, and formulate thoughts and actions that stand in solidarity with those people. And I believe that the solidarity that this award creates will bring more journalists to the front lines of truth around the world. Thank you to the winners today and to all of you who are listening to the stories and videos of truth that they would like to tell. At this moment, we are all Hintspetters. Thank you.
네, 나준영 위원장님 고맙습니다.
Thank you very much, Mr. Na.
힌츠페터국제보도상의 성공을 위해서
Since the inaugural edition in 2021, Gwangju Metropolitan City has been a great support to make this awards a success.
And now, for a welcome speech, please welcome Deputy Mayor Kim Kwang-jin of Culture and Economy of Gwangju Metropolitan City. Please give him a big round of applause. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As introduced, I am Deputy Mayor of Gwangju, Kim Kwang-jin. When we were introducing the VIPs, we do have someone who was just a little bit late, so hope you can extend a warm welcome. So, having been with Gwangju, and having told the truth of Gwangju, I want to pay my respects to the journalist Wirgen Hintspetter. Having risked his life, a man of blue eyes, as we know people called him, if it wasn't for him, the truth may have been never seen the light of day. And to honor his name and his spirit, it is very meaningful that we are here at the 2023 Hintspetter Awards. I want to thank the Korea Video Journalists Association and also the former German ambassador to Korea and the current ambassador to Korea, as well as the Supreme Representative of the Democratic Party, Mr. Park Chan-dae, who is here on behalf of the leader of the party, Lee Jae-myung. He has been the one at the forefront to promote an act to honor those who have sacrificed their lives for the truth and for democracy. So I want to thank everyone who are here and who weren't able to make it here. I also especially want to extend my gratitude and deep-felt congratulations to all of the 4 category laureates. Ukraine and in many parts of the world these days, and in the past, so many are suffering, and also civilians and children who are innocent, and we see that being reported all the time. And we are also hearing the painful news of journalists who are being sacrificed in the process of wanting to tell the truth. There are so many Hintspetters among us who are there risking their lives in the pursuit of wanting to tell the truth, because they are there at the heart of truth. Thanks to them, we are able to learn of the truth. Much like what happened in May in 1980 in the city of Gwangju, these efforts bring us call to action and for us to stand in unity. That is the spirit of May of Gwangju, a city of democracy, human rights, and peace. I pledge that Gwangju will be at the forefront of promoting these values. And May 18, which still stands as an unfinished chapter in history, we are going to push forth with continued efforts. And we are also going to come together in improving our city and all our endeavors for a better future. And through the upcoming election, we hope to realize these visions in a practical manner as well. And going forward, we are going to stand with all of the many Hintspetters around the world who are there to shed light on the truth. Once again, thank you to all of you and congratulations to the laureates. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. We would like to ask everyone, and especially the mayor and the city government, for continued support. We would like to invite words of congratulatory remarks. Please give him a big round of applause.
Hello, everyone. I am Park Chan-dae, the Supreme Representative of the Democratic Party of Korea. Today, on behalf of Mr. Lee Jae-myung, leader of the Democratic Party, I will be reading his congratulations. I want to congratulate everyone on the 2023 Hintspetter Awards. Hello, I am the leader of the Democratic Party of Korea, Lee Jae-myung. I want to congratulate you on the third Hin츠페터 Awards. I especially want to thank the May 18 Foundation and the Korea Video Journalists Association and to everyone in the Gwangju Metropolitan City Government for all of your hard and work and endeavors in making this come true. To all of the applicants and to all of the judges of the Hin츠페터 Awards, I also want to express my deepest gratitude. Many corners of the world are suffering due to war. The Russian-Ukrainian war is being prolonged and the Israel-Hamas war is yielding continued civilian casualties. Human rights is being trampled on, democracy is retreating, and freedom is being oppressed. However, there are those of you, journalists, who are there to shed light on truth. In May of 1980, the atrocities of Gwangju were known to the world by the so-called foreign journalist. For peace, for freedom of speech, there are those of you, journalists, who risk your lives for that mission. That is the spirit of Hin츠페터, and that kind of truth is what writes yet another chapter in history. Democracy, human rights, peace, and the advancement of freedom of the media, that is what all of you struggle to achieve, and I want to express my deepest and utmost gratitude to you. Lies can never conquer the truth, and oppression and repression can never conquer freedom. We are shedding the light on truth by remembering and honoring. In many parts of the world where the unthinkable and unbelievable are happening, all of the journalists are there to risk your lives to shed light on the truth. I want to thank all of you, and I pay my utmost respect. Once again, congratulations to the laureates of the 2023 Hin츠페터 Award, and thank you to all of you. I hope the very best in all of your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Representative Park, as well as the leader of the Democratic Party, Mr. Lee Jae-myung. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Min Hyung-bae of the Democratic Party, who exerted his endeavors for today's ceremony on behalf of the representatives of Gwangju Metropolitan City. Please give him a warm hand. Hello, good to see you, and thank you very much for the invitation. As we all know, May 18 is in the contemporary South Korean history. It was the most significant moment. And Hin츠페터 was the one who filmed and recorded this part of history. And thanks to his efforts, it was known in a speedy manner, and it brought forward the democracy of the Republic of Korea. And with that strength, the Republic of Korea stands as it is at the moment. And I would like to support all the journalists who are at the forefront doing the very thing. And I would also like to congratulate all the laureates. Thank you.
네, 고맙습니다.
Thank you very much.
이번에는 윤영덕 더불어민주당 원내수석 대변인의 축사도
And we would like to invite Mr. Yoon Young-duk from the Democratic Party. He's a representative of the Democratic Party. Hello, everyone. I am the floor leader and as well as a representative for Gwangju, Min Hyung-dae. Jürgen Hin츠페터 is well known as, from this movie Taxi Driver, and he was the one who conveyed the message of Gwangju to the world, and he is the man of gratitude for Gwangju, and he risked his life to shed light on truth, and his video was the very evidence that became a protagonist that led to the massive rally in Gwangju. May 18 is now in the past, but as it was recorded by Hin츠페터, May 18 still lives in our hearts, even today. Nevertheless, the world is still suffering from war. For the last 2 years, Ukrainian war is ongoing, and the Israel war is also has been inflicted, and as such, violence is all around us. But against all the odds, we have the people who are the recorders of such atrocities. And I would like to congratulate all the winners of today's award, and also so many journalists who are with the people who are marginalized and who are not able to speak. I would like to thank all of them for their efforts. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now this year marks the 140th anniversary of Korea-Germany diplomatic ties. Over the past 140 years, Korea and Germany have been very important diplomatic partners to each other. And because and thanks to Hintspeter, I think that the diplomatic ties between the two nations become even more meaningful when we look back on it today. And with that, we are going to invite His Excellency, Mr. Georg Wilfried Schmidt, Ambassador of Germany to Korea.
Good evening. In times of war, truth is the first victim. I think many have used this quote before. It's been attributed to a Greek writer as early as 2,500 years before our time. So we're talking about a phenomenon which is quite old and which has been with us for a long time, and I must say which probably will be with us for a long time. And many speakers talked about the bravery it takes to actually report on this and to actually go there despite the fear and make other people aware of what's happening. So Jürgen Hintspeter, who gave the name to the award, was such a very courageous person. It was mentioned that he had blue eyes. I would say not only blue eyes, but very clear and courageous eyes to do what he did. And that's why we're all standing here. And that's why also I'm very happy and proud that we as the German Embassy have been supporting the organization and are strongly involved in it. The laureates in this year, they are, in this spirit, a testament to this unwavering commitment to truth, and I would add another element, to justice. Because truth is very difficult to define. You have your truth, his truth, that truth, an alternative truth. It gets more and more complicated the more images you have sometimes. But a very strong desire to do justice to the people who have been dealt with injustice. So we have 3 films which all deal with something related to a very large country in Europe, a very large country in Asia. So inside Russia, Putin's war at home, the Battle of Bakhmut, and also Russian soft power and the CAR, the Central African Republic. And it gives me a lot to think about that they all deal with a country that now has a government that cynically supports wars of aggression and at the same time manages to present itself as a fighter against colonialism. And to me, this is very much a colonial war. It's like conquering territories, taking away people's identity, their language, their nationality, and saying, oh, basically they are one part of us. Sounds very familiar. And yet, many countries outside of Europe feel a sympathy for it, which is something that gives you a lot to think about. And I think films like this will probably help to explain to many people who are not familiar with European, Ukrainian or Russian history, what's happening there at the moment. I'm standing here as the German ambassador, and I'm standing here as ambassador of the country who will continue the support for Ukraine, whether it's in civilian assistance, which is very important, whether it's military assistance, and I would say the third aspect also, whether it's in spiritual assistance. We feel the pain of our neighbors. We feel the pain acutely because this is also a neighbor that we have inflicted a lot of pain onto in our history. We feel it, and I'm saying this to you as a representative of the Ukrainian government. We are standing with you. So I congratulate the journalists for their courage also. We will hear and see much more from them for their contribution. I would also want to say a word about the May Gwangju Award, the recipients for Ukrainian journalists who actually exposed themselves to radiation in order to report on the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear plant disaster. They all have an amazing courage. And I think this is what we're here for, to salute what you have done, but also to encourage others to have the same courage, to stand there. And I believe that journalists and the role of journalists remains to be so important. If I look back at the time in Gwangju, there it was a question of having no access to pictures at all. And Jürgen Hintzpeter broke that. He broke the blockade and he gave people pictures. Now very often we have a multitude of images from conflicts where we sometimes don't even know which is true, what happened before, what happened after. And it's extremely confusing and disturbing. And I think good journalism has the immense responsibility, but also the possibility to go beyond just showing the pictures, but to putting them into a complete image, to explain what happened before, during, and after. And I'm just trying to put myself in the situation when you see this suffering live happening to you, how do you manage to have that composure, to still remain one step aside and say, this is what's happening, and to put that into perspectives. So I think journalism, even particularly in the times of everybody having a mobile phone, everybody being able to record images, but the role of journalists is important as it's ever been. So again, my gratitude and admiration for what you have done, for all the people who work in journalism, for all the people who risk their lives, and the lists of people who get killed in the course of their duty, who get intimidated, who get harassed worldwide is unfortunately very long. And my thanks to the May 18th Foundation, to the Korea Video Association for organizing this award for the third time, and for their recognition to work which is not only related to Korea, but worldwide, but which touches all our hearts as human beings who want to have dignity and justice. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.
네, 대사님 대단히 고맙습니다. 오늘 이
Thank you very much,
힌츠페터국제보도상의
Ambassador.
출제와
Well, I think he
의미를
really
정말
encapsulated the
담아서
significance of our
말씀해 주신 것
gathering
같습니다.
tonight.
참석해주신 내빈들의 축하
So
말씀
we have heard the
여기까지
welcoming
듣고요.
and congratulatory
이번에는 본격적인
remarks
시상에
from
앞서
our
특별한
honored
무대를
guests.
함께
Now, before we
하려고 합니다.
begin the award ceremony in earnest, we'd like to take a moment and invite a performance to the stage to share a song with a message of life and love to honor our laureates and the journalists who strive to capture and tell the truth. So this would be a song of courage and comfort by singer Harim. Please give him a big round of applause.
괜찮아요 바보 같지 않아요. 그대 맘 같지 않나요? 어떤 사람도 어떤 친구조차 애써 웃으려 말아요. 다 알아요. 다 그런 거죠. 세상에 많은 사람들이 슬퍼도 울지 못한 채 살죠. 눈물을 흘려요. 이제껏 참을 만큼 참았어요. 그저 흘러갈 대로 멀리 떠나가도록. 그대는 강하잖아요. 하지만 약하기도 하죠. 아무도 몰라줬겠죠. 더 많이 힘들었겠죠. 세상에 많은 사람들이 슬퍼도 울지 못한 채 살죠. 눈물을 흘려요. 이제껏 참을 만큼 참았어요. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 네, 안녕하세요. 저는 대한민국의 가수 하림입니다.
Hello, my name is Harim. I'm a singer of South Korea. Thank you very much for coming today.
네, 먼저 첫 곡으로
The first song
어떤 기자님은 아까 여기서 잠깐
was
만났는데
I met with a journalist
마치고
here,
집으로 돌아가는 차에서 이 노래를 듣고 눈물을
and
흘린다는
he
얘기를
actually
들었습니다.
shed tears as he was returning home after a long day's work. So I made this song to console the people who came across a lot of difficulties. So I believe the journalists would be one of the most suffering vocations. So I would like to thank all of you for your efforts.
울고 싶어도 울 수 없는 많은 사람들의
I know there are so many of those who want to cry but aren't able to shed a tear, and you are the ones who run to them and help them shed the tear and sometimes console them. So I want to do the same with my music. The next song, this is something I wrote for those laborers in hopes that they will not get hurt and that they will be able to protect their family members. So this song, the title is We All Work for the One ones we love. I feel, and also the organizing committee has requested this song for the awards ceremony. This song, I believe, is one that makes people really gain courage as they sing it along. So hope all of you can chime in. The next song, We All Work for Our Loved Ones.
우리는 모두 다 일을 하는 사람입니다. 우리는 모두 똑같이 소중한 사람입니다. 우리는 모두 다 누군가의 가족입니다. 우리는 모두 사랑하는 사람을 위해 일을 합니다. 내가 일하다 다치면 엄마 가슴 무너지고요. 집에 못 돌아가면은 가족은 어떡합니까? 우리는 모두 다 일을 하는 사람입니다. 우리는 모두 사랑하는 사람을 위해 일을 합니다. 저녁엔 집에서 쉬고 휴일에는 여행도 가는 그런 평범한 일들이 왜 나는 어려운가요? 우리는 모두 다 일을 하는 사람입니다. 우리는 모두 똑같이 소중한 사람입니다. 우리는 모두 다 누군가의 가족입니다. 우리는 모두 사랑하는 사람을 위해 일을 합니다. 우리는 모두 사랑하는 사람을 위해 일을 합니다.
자, 마지막 모두 같이.
우리는 모두 사랑하는 사람을 위해 일을 합니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you very much.
정말 노래는
That
대단한
was
힘이 있는 것
a
같습니다. 어떻게
great
저렇게
performance
메시지
by
전달이
Harim.
잘
I
될까요?
think the
여러분
message
위로받고
itself
마음이
was
좀
very clearly
따뜻해지셨습니까?
delivered. I hope
다시
that
한번
you were
훈훈한 무대
consoled
만들어준
by
하림
his
씨께
performance.
여러분 뜨거운
Please
박수
give him another
부탁드립니다.
big round of applause.
네, 2023 힌츠페터국제보도상
2023
여기 이 시상식
Hintzpeter
자리에 오기까지
Awards,
어떤 일들이
I would
있었는지에
like
대해서
to
경과 보고를
introduce
해드리는
the
시간을
journey
갖겠습니다.
towards
5.18
today at
기념재단
this
이기봉
ceremony.
사무처장님이
So I'd like to invite Mr. Lee
힌츠페터국제보도상이
Gi-bong, Secretary General of the May 18
어떻게
Foundation, who will
말씀해
update us on the
주시겠습니다.
progress of the 2023 awards.
2023
Hintzpeter Awards.
국제 공모를 통해 접수된
We
작품을
had gone through
대상으로
international
경쟁
contests
부문
and
공모작에
we
대한
had
1차 심사를
competitive category,
진행하여
which
뉴스
we
부문
went through the
투표,
first round of
특집 부분
screening,
6편 등
and we
8편의
identified
본선 진출
2
작품을 확정하였으며
for
이후
news
이들 작품을
award
대상으로
and
2차
6 for
심사를
features award. And
진행하였습니다.
against these
경쟁
candidates,
부분은
we went through the second
아흐메드
round
아사르
of
로이터통신 아시아 편집장을
screening.
위원장으로 하여
And we, as the
18명의
president
국내외
of the
심사위원,
jury panel, we
비경제
have
부분인
Mr.
5월
Assar,
광주상은
and we have
5월
20
광주상
other more
심사위원회를 통해 심사를
juries,
진행했습니다.
and we have gone
심사
through
결과
the
최우수작인 기루의선
screening
세계상은
process, and
우크라이나
the
전쟁 반대와
grand
푸틴
prize,
정권의 정책
which is
비판을
the
가짜 뉴스와
at the
반애국적 행위로 규정하여
crossroads,
탄압하는 러시아
was
현실을
given
용기 있는
to
영상 취재와
the
인터뷰로
Russian
고발한
video
레스니
journalists
모하마드, 알렉산드러
who are
오디노바,
Leslie Mohammad and
바실리
Alexander
피틸로프, 유리
and
미하일로비치의
Vasily
인사이드 러시아,
and
푸틴의
Yuri
국내 전쟁을 뉴스
Mikhailovich
부분은 우크라이나 전쟁의
Inside Russia,
최전선인
Putin's
바흐무트에서
war at home, and
공동체를
for
지키기에
award
전투를
for
해하고 또
news
다른 한편으로는
was
공동체
gone
평화를
to
만들어가야 하는
was given to the
전쟁
Battle of
양면성을
Bakhmut,
취재한 벤자민 솔로몬,
who had
아담
covered the
벨게리오, 줄리아
ambivalence
코제코바의
of the
바흐무트
war
전투를 특집
by
부문은
Adam
같은 문제를 취재하다 목숨을
Desidero
잃은
and Julia
공동체들의 뜻을 이어받아
Kochevetova
러시아의
and Ben
대리 세력인
Solomon.
바그너 영경
And
그룹의
the
문화적
awards
선전
for
선동,
feature
정치
was
권력과의
given
밀착 등
to
제국주적
the
행태를
Russian
고발한
soft
캐롤
power
발라드,
in the
클레망
CAR,
디 로마의
which is
중앙
covering
아프리카
the
공화국 내
imperialism
러시아의
of Russia
소프트파워를
in the Central
공로상인 5월
Asia
광주상은
region
1986년
for
4월
Carol
26일에
Valadez and
발생한
Clement
인류
di
역사상
Roma.
최악의
And
원자력
for
발전소
the
사고인
May Gwangju
체르노빌
Award
원자력 발전소
was
폭발
given
사고를
to the
방사능
video
감수하고
report of
영상에
the
담아
Chernobyl
그
disaster,
진실을
which
세계에 알린
was the
후소련
worst catastrophe in
우크라이나
human history.
중앙TV 소속 영상 기자인
And for the 4
볼로디미르
video
셰프첸코,
journalists,
유리
Vladimir
볼다코프, 빅토르 크리프첸코,
Shevchenko, Yurio,
타라첸코를
and
수상자로 선정했습니다.
Bordakov, Vladimir
심사 결과는
Tarachenko,
9월
and
13일
Viktor
기자회견을 통해
Krichenko.
발표하였고
And
오늘
the announcement was
대한민국
made
민주주의 상징인
in
국회에서
September. And today,
진실을 카메라에
at
담기
this
위해 위험을
National
마다하지
Assembly
않았던
of the
수상자와
Republic of Korea,
이를
which is the
축하하기 위해
symbol
오신
of
많은 분들을
democracy, we are
모시고
holding this
시상식을
award
갖게
ceremony
되었습니다.
with a lot of
감사합니다.
distinguished guests. Thank you.
네, 모든 분야가 그렇습니다만 무대 뒤에서 그리고 행사
Thank you so much. As goes for any field, I believe there is so much efforts that go behind the scenes, so I want to thank all of you. Now we will commence the awarding ceremony for the 2023 Hintzpeter Awards. We will invite the chairperson of the judging committee, Mr. Ahmed Assar, for the screening introduction. So please welcome him to the stage. Mr. Ahmed Assar is the editor of the TV and Photos of Asia at Reuters. I once again want to thank you for your judging efforts, and you have come all the way from Singapore for the award ceremony. So please give him a warm round of welcome. 감사합니다, 여러분. 그리고 참석해 주셔서 감사드립니다. 이 자리에 올 수 있어서 상당히 영광이라고 생각합니다. 2023년 힌츠페터국제보도상에 함께할 수 있어서 너무나 기쁘고 또 특별히 올해 심사위원장이어서 아주 기쁘게 생각합니다. 또한 특별히 저희 5.18 기념재단 측에도 깊은 감사를 드리고 이와 같은 보도상을 통해서 전 세계의 기자분들의 노고를 알리는 데 힘써주셔서 감사드립니다. 그리고 오늘 참여하신 그리고 올해 특히 출품을 하신 수많은 기자분들께 감사를 드리고 또 수상하신 분들께 깊은 감사와 경의 축하를 드립니다. 이 영상 보도를 통해서 바로 힌츠페터 국제보도상의 정신을 이어갔다라고 생각을 합니다. 현장에서 민주주의의 진전과 인권 그리고 평화를 위해서 수고하는 많은 기자들을 기릴 수 있었습니다. 모든 심사위원들과 저는 수많은 기자분들의 진실을 향한 멈추지 않는 그 의지, 그리고 이러한 진실들을 전 세계에 알림으로써 우리 세계의 변화를 가져오고자 하는 마음과 정신의 깊은 감명을 받았습니다. 우리가 오늘 이 자리에서 수상하시는 분들을 만날 때 전 세계에서 현재 일어나고 있는, 그리고 세계의 아주 중요한 일들을 이야기하고 있는 수많은 기자분들의 노고를 잊으면 되지 않을 것입니다. 동시에 일어나고 있는 두 개의 전쟁을 취재하는 많은 기자들을 기억해야 할 것입니다. 이번 이 국제보도상이 가지는 의미는 바로 우리가 언론의 자유가 얼마나 중요한 것인지, 그리고 왜 계속해서 우리가 진실을 보도하기 위해서 노력을 해야 하는지, 그리고 언론이 독자적으로 독립적으로 유지되는 것이 얼마나 중요한지에 대해서 스스로를 상기시키는 기회가 될 것입니다. 저널리즘이라는 것은 숭고한 작업으로서 저널리즘을 통해서 드러난 진실은 바로 전 세계를 만들어가는 작용을 합니다. 기자란 반드시 정확성 그리고 객관성을 가지고 진실을 조금도 흔들림 없이 보도할 수 있어야 하는 것입니다. 그리고 오늘 바로 이 자리에서 우리는 2023년 힌츠페터국제보도상을 기리면서 오늘날 분쟁 지역에서 일하고 있는 많은 기자들을 우리가 기억해야 한다고 생각합니다. 힌츠페터가 1980년도 광주에서 했던 일과 같이 오늘날 수많은 기자들은 용기와 의지를 가지고 진실을 세상에 알리는 데 노력을 하고 있습니다. 다시 한번 수상자님 분들께 깊은 축하를 드리며 여러분의 노고에 깊은 감사를 드립니다. 감사합니다.
위원장님 고맙습니다.
Thank you very much for those words.
자, 지금부터 2023 힌츠페터국제보도상 첫 번째 시상을 거행하겠습니다. 네 가지 부문 가운데 첫 번째 시상은 뉴스 부문입니다. 먼저 수상작을 화면으로 보시겠습니다.
The only way that they can locate them right now is by smell, and it's a very strong smell of a dead body somewhere under all of this. They're saying that a strike came in and hit, and both of these apartment buildings are still on fire, and they're trying to put it out. This place. This is the fourth attack that's happened on this school?
Да, ну, в саму школу нет. Сюда, 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 сюда.
For 9 months, she and her parents have been living under heavy and constant shelling.
This is your brother? Пресса? Journalist?
Yes, то, что разбьют дом моих подруг.
Быстро, 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 быстро!
We just heard 3 incoming shells right on our position. This is accurate fire. More and more injured soldiers coming in. This guy has some wounds on his leg. These doctors are going to try to stop the bleeding.
As the sun sets, the Agniva family make their nightly move to a nearby bunker so they can sleep safely.
Is the first thing you're going to do when the war is over?
Я хочу пойти первое в парк, видеть, услышать тишину, то есть ведь выстраивают новые дома там. Во всей стране мне бы хотелось мира.
The laureates of Award for News category for the 2023 Hintzpeter Awards are Adam Desiderio, Julia Kochetova, and Benjamin Solomon, who covered the Bakhmut battle. The award will be conferred by Chairperson Won Soon-seok of the May 18 Foundation and President Na Jun-young of the Korea Video Journalists Association. Please give them a big round of applause as they come up to the stage.
네, 아담 데지데리오를 비롯한 세 기자는
The
러시아의
three
폭격과
reporters
공습이
stayed
끊이지
in
않는
Bakhmut, the
우크라이나
most
전쟁의
ferocious
초대격전지
battleground of the
바흐무트에
Ukrainian
일주
war
동안
for 2 weeks
머물면서
amidst
실제
constant
전투의
shelling
현장,
and
루시아의
airstrikes
시설을
by
지키기
Russia.
위해
They
헌신하고
covered the
있는
actual
공무원,
on-site
시민들,
battles, the
그리고
public
전쟁 이후에
officials and
보호를
citizens
꿈꾸는
working to
평범한 시민들의
secure the
삶을
city's
취재
facilities and
보도했습니다.
lives of ordinary citizens defending their homes while dreaming of a post-war recovery. Our co-winner, Benjamin Solomon, is in Israel, covering the Gaza war, thus couldn't join today. The three winners will receive a trophy, a certificate created by artists Kim Hoon-sung and Kim Se-kyung, who are the creators of the Statue of Peace.
네, 트로피는 평화의 소녀상 작가
So
김은성,
they
김서경
are
작가가
the
제작한 트로피라서
masterpiece
의미가
from
남다르고요.
these artists, so that it is all the more meaningful, and also they will receive $10,000 of cash prize.
네, 수상자 여러분과 함께 기념 촬영을 하시겠습니다. 잠깐 무대 앞으로 항해해 주시고요.
Please stand at the stage.
네, 여러분 다시 한번 박수 보내드릴까요?
Please give them a big
축하드립니다.
hand. Congratulations.
네, 뉴스상 시상을 해주신 원수석
We would
이사장님과
like to
나준영
thank
회장님
Mr. Won
감사합니다.
and Mr.
자리해
Na
주시고요.
for their efforts as well. Thank
자,
you.
그러면 뉴스상을 수상한 아담
Let me invite
데지데리오님과
Adam and
줄리아
Julia for
코테토바님의
their
수상 소감을
acceptance speeches.
들어보겠습니다.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 저희를 이렇게 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다. 저는 아담 데지데리오고요. 저는 바이스 뉴스에서 책임 프로듀서로 일하고 있습니다. 그리고 아까 비디오에서 나왔던 솔로몬은 오늘 애석하게도 올 수 없습니다. 이스라엘 지금 전쟁을 취재를 하고 있기 때문에. 그런데 이제 저를 통해서 여러분께 감사 인사를 전해 왔습니다. 그리고 저희 팀을 대신해서 이 힌츠페터 이 조직위원회 그리고 이러한 영광을 주신 모든 분들께 감사드립니다. 그리고 저희의 이런 작품에 대해서 인정을 해주셔서 감사합니다. 다큐멘터리는 굉장히 어렵고 힘든 여정입니다. 그리고 이렇게 보도하는 것 자체가 쉽지 않습니다. 그리고 어떤 전문가들이라든지 아니면 데이터 이런 것들을 여러 가지를 사용할 수 있겠습니다. 하지만 저희는 사람들에 집중하고 싶었습니다. 특히 우크라이나의 민간인들, 가장 많은 피해를 보고 있는 민간인을 저희는 취재를 하고 싶었습니다. 그리고 너무나 많은 이런 아무 죄가 없는 민간인들이 지금 겪고 있는 이런 어려움이라든지 이런 것들을 이 도시에서 어떻게 살아가고 있는지에 대해서 보여주면서 보도를 하고 싶었습니다. 그리고 바흐무트에서 이러한 전쟁의 참상에도 불구하고 회복력을 가지고 살아가고 있는 많은 분들에 대해서 취재하고 싶었습니다. 그래서 저희의 이 작품은 아마도 이 전쟁이 가져오는 영향, 특히 민간인에 미치는 영향에 대해서 많은 부분을 시사한다고 생각합니다. 네, 소냐는 8살 소녀입니다. 지금 그 도시에 있는 남은 마지막 아동입니다. 그 부모는 그 집을 떠나는 것은 자신을 배신하는 행위다라고 이야기를 하고 있습니다. 그리고 종종 지하 벙커로 피신을 하게 되는데요. 소냐는 이제 공원에서 이렇게 고요함을 즐기는 것이 유일한 희망이라고 합니다. 그리고 제냐는 딸이 한 명 있고요. 그 가족은 피난을 가 있는 상태입니다. 그 비디오 영상 통화를 하면서 딸이 돌아오라고 아빠한테 말을 합니다. 하지만 제냐는 바흐무트를 지키기 위해 위해서 남은 마지막 소방관 중에 하나입니다. 제냐의 가족은 그를 필요로 하고 있지만 또한 바흐무트도 그를 필요로 하고 있습니다. 그리고 그의 말대로 바흐무트가 조금 더 그를 필요로 하는 상태인 것 같습니다. 벨라루스 출신인 얀은 2014년에 벨라루스에서 우크라이나로 왔습니다. 개혁과 자유를 즐기기 위해서 왔는데 바로 그것을 위해서 우크라이나에 머무는 것을 택했습니다. 얀은 벨라루스 자원봉사자들로 구성된 박격포 부대를 지휘하고 있습니다. 볼라트 부대는 박격포 사격으로 공격을 하고 있는데 그들은 정확하게 자유의 대가가 무엇인지 인식하고 있는 것 같이 보였습니다. 이리나는 4번이나 포격당한 학교에서 일을 하고 있고요. 주민들을 위해서 빵을 나눠주는 사람입니다. 6개월 안에 포격 도중에 부상을 입은 파트너와 함께 리브로 향할 것입니다. 그들은 아직 살아있고요. 바흐무트를 빠져나온 상태입니다. 그리고 저희 동료인 벤이 이제 저희 그룹 채팅방에 이 힌츠페터 보도상 소식을 알려왔습니다. 근데 제가 그 소식을 들었을 때 사실 이게 상을 수상하기 위해서 한 것은 아닌데 라는 생각이 처음에는 들었습니다. 왜냐하면 전쟁은 우리나라에서 이미 일어나고 있고 그리고 우리의 전쟁이고 고통이기 때문입니다. 그런데 이 시상식을 생각을 해봤더니 이 많은 사람들 저희가 취재한 소냐, 제냐, 얀, 이리나를 소개할 수 있다라는 사실을 깨달았습니다. 수상 소식을 저희가 듣기 직전에 4월의 마지막 날까지 바흐무트에 저희는 머물렀습니다. 굉장히 큰 굉음의 폭발음과 새들이 지저귀는 소리가 섞여서 암울했다라는 기억이 납니다. 도시 자체가 불에 휩싸여 있었고요. 23년 5월에 함락될지도 모르는 위기에 있었습니다. 그리고 저는 지금 이 시상식 무대에 서 있고 우크라이나군은 바흐무트를 탈환하기 위해서 반격을 가하고 있습니다. 사실의 이면에는 수백만 명의 사람들이 있습니다. 위대한 이야기라는 것이 아니고 그 사람들입니다. 저희는 인류의 이야기를 들어야 하고 그리고 이 모든 이야기를 조심스럽게 대해야 한다라는 말씀을
축하드린다는 표현보다 이 전쟁의 찬상을
Before congratulating the laureates, I would like to send my gratitude to all your efforts in order to cover such devastating stories. Thank you.
자, 다음 시상은 특집상입니다.
The next category is the feature category, and please let's first take.
Les Russes ont demandé à l'Ukraine d'arrêter ces attaques. Mais les Ukrainiens n'ont pas obéi. Alors la Russie a attaqué l'Ukraine. C'est ça qu'il faut comprendre.
Le gouvernement, menacé par des rebelles qui encerclent la capitale, mobilise toutes les forces à sa disposition.
Les rebelles et les mercenaires, vous ne devez céder aucun centimètre de notre territoire national. Vous avez tous nos encouragements et soutiens.
Sous couvert d'un accord de défense avec Moscou, des milliers de combattants russes débarquent en Centrafrique. Des mercenaires opérant pour le compte de la société Wagner. Dans les grandes cérémonies, fleurissent des drapeaux russes sur des chars offerts par le Kremlin. Des musiciens de Moscou célèbrent même cette alliance. La propagande se met en marche et la Russie est à la manœuvre. Un an plus tard, l'armée et ses alliés russes ont repoussé les rebelles hors des villes. À Bangui, les activités reprennent. Dans l'unique université du pays, les étudiants font leur première rentrée après la guerre. Financés par les Russes et par le gouvernement, Trésor et ses camarades organisent des rassemblements en soutien à Moscou.
Mais aujourd'hui, en 3 mois, avec ce que la Russie a fait chez nous, on n'a pas besoin de faire un calcul.
Ça veut dire que fabriquer en RCA avec la technologie russe, c'est fort mais ça va. C'est pas trop fort, c'est fort mais ça va.
Wagner déploie les grands moyens pour faire de la Centrafrique une vitrine de son intervention. L'objectif sonne comme une vieille rengaine, conquérir les cœurs et gagner les esprits. Cet éternel militant de l'opposition a été plusieurs fois emprisonné dans sa vie, mais il ne baisse pas les bras.
Les Centrafricains sont très intelligents, les Centrafricains acceptent tout maintenant et lorsqu'ils commencent à décortiquer, vous allez voir que le Centrafricain saura faire le juste milieu des choses et trancher dans le sens de ses intérêts. Et ce moment-là, lorsqu'il viendra, je pense que les Russes eux-mêmes sauront que leur place n'est plus en République centrafricaine.
The feature category award at the 2023 Hintspetter Awards goes to Carol Balad and Clément de Roma for Russian soft power in the Central African Republic. We want to invite you up to the stage, and we will have Chairperson Ra Jun-young of the Hintspetter Awards Organizing Committee, as well as His Excellency Ambassador Schmidt. Russia used the Wagner Group to increase its political social influence in the CAR while exacerbating economic exploitation and social conflicts. Two journalists continue to cover these stories of their colleagues who have lost their lives, exposing the unjust reality to the world. As was the previous case, we will be awarding the trophy and the certificate, as well as $10,000 US. We highly commend and thank the courage of both of you. Thank you, and after being handed the trophy, if we could get a photo of the four of you together, please. Thank you, Ambassador Schmidt and Chairperson Na Jun-young. Moving on, we will hear from the laureates, the winners of the feature category. Please go ahead and share your acceptance speech with us.
Thank you.
감사합니다. 정말 깊이 감사드립니다. 굉장한 영광이라고 생각합니다. 위르겐 힌츠페터는 저희에게 영상 보도의 중요성을 상징하는 인물이라고 생각합니다. 특히 갈등 그리고 분쟁 지역에서의 보도에 있어서 기자의 역할을 알려주는 그 상징과 같다고 생각하기 때문에 너무나 감사를 드립니다. 한국영상기자협회와 또 5.18 기념재단 그리고 이 힌츠페터국제보도상을 위해 힘써주신 모든 분들께 감사드리고 너무나 따뜻한 한국에서의 환대에 대해서 감사를 드립니다. 그리고 또 저희의 제작 컴퍼니인 파리의 제작회사인 모든 직원분들께도 깊은 감사를 드리고 또 이번 다큐멘터리와 관련해서 저희를 믿어준 모든 분들께도 감사를 드리고 프랑스 24와 또 브로드 아프리칸 뉴스 그리고 저희의 동료 많은 특파원들 그리고 현지에서의 기자분들 현장에서 만났던 모든 동료분들께도 깊은 감사를 드립니다. 저희가 이 영예를 모든 현장에서 자신의 일을 수행하다가 목숨을 잃은 그런 기자분들께 바치고자 합니다. 팔레스타인에서, 우크라이나에서, 그리고 또 특히 우리가 갔었던 중앙아프리카 공화국에서 3명의 동료가 2019년에 현장에서 조사를 하다가 그리고 그 바그너 그룹에 대한 조사와 취재를 하다가 목숨을 잃게 되었습니다. 그분들께 이 영예를 나누고 또 헌정하고 싶습니다. 그리고 이와 같은 일들이 바로 언론을 탄압하는 자들에게 경고로서 경고의 메시지가 되기를 바랍니다. 그리고 수많은 아무리 많은 기자들을 죽여도 그 이후에 더 많은 기자들이 나올 거라는 것을 다시 한번 말하고 싶습니다. 감사합니다. 여러분께서 한국과 굉장히 멀리 있는 한 대륙에 있었던 일을 취재한 저희에게 수상의 영예를 안겨주셨습니다. 그리고 권위주의에 대항하는 언론의 자유를 기리며 이 같은 수상을 안게 해주셨습니다. 문화적으로도 그렇고 또 역사에서도 보면 한국은 자유를 굉장히 중요시해왔다라는 생각이 듭니다. 전 세계에 많은 참혹한 일들이 일어나고 있는데 우리는 결코 그를 좌시해서는 안 될 것입니다. 만약에 그렇게 될 경우 우리는 전 세계적으로 집단적인 실패로 이를 것이라고 생각을 합니다. 이런 위기의 때에 우리는 인류와 그리고 이런 보도를 통해서 어떤 전 인류적인 경고로서 받아들여야 할 것입니다. 그리고 이런 보도들을 통해서 상호 이해를 할 수 있고 또 인종 차별이라든지 이런 참혹한 현실들이 멈출 수 있을 것입니다. 대단히 감사합니다.
Thank
you to the both of you and please give them a bigger round of applause once again for being the laureates of the feature award.
Now we have 2 more categories to confer the award with. The ceremony now will be moving on to May Gwangju Award. The award is an achievement award to shed light on and remember the video journalists who have contributed to democracy, human rights, and peace through their video reporting. Let me
네, 2023
winners of
힌츠페터국제보도상
2023
5월
Hintzpeter
광주상
Awards are the
수상자는
four video
체르노빌
journalists
원자력
who
발전소
documented the
폭발 사고를 기록해
Chernobyl
세상에
nuclear
알린 네
power
분의
plant
영상 기자가
explosion.
수상하게 됐습니다. 화면에서도
As
보셨듯이
you've
하지만
seen on
안타깝게도
screen,
네 분 가운데
unfortunately,
블라디미르
three of them,
셰프첸코와
Volodymyr
블라디미르
Shevchenko,
타렌첸코,
Volodymyr
빅토르
Tarenchenko,
크리프첸코
and
세
Viktor
분은 원전 사고 후유증으로
Kripchenko have passed
고생하시다
away after
세상을
suffering from
떠나셨습니다.
aftermaths of the
유일한
nuclear
생존자인
disaster.
유리
And the only
볼다코프
survivor,
씨는 오랜 병환으로 인해
Yuri
오늘
Boldakov,
아쉽게
is
시상식에
unable to
참석할 수 없게
attend today's
됐는데요.
ceremony due
이
to
네
long
분을 대신해서
ailments.
야나
On behalf
스키비네츠카 주한
of them,
우크라이나
Her Excellency
부대사님이
Yana
대리 수상을
Skibinyachika,
하시겠습니다.
Deputy Head of Mission
여러분
of
박수로
the Embassy of
축하해
Ukraine, will be
주시고요.
accepting the
시상에는
award.
김광진
Please welcome her to the stage
광주광역시
with a big
문화경제부시장님과
hand. The award will be
김낙곤
conferred by Mr. Kim
사장께서
Kwang-jin, the
수고해
Deputy Mayor
주시겠습니다.
of Gwangju City, and Mr. Kim Nak-gon, President of Gwangju MBC.
블라디미르 셰프첸코,
Volodymyr
유리 볼다코프,
Shevchenko,
빅토르
Yuri
크리페첸코,
Boldakov,
블라디미르
Volodymyr
타렌첸코는
Tarenchenko,
구소련
Viktor
우크라이나 중앙 TV 소속
Kripchenko were video
영상기자로
journalists for Central
1986년 4월
TV in
26일
Ukraine
새벽
and the
1시
Soviet
23분에
Union,
발생한
who spent
체르노빌
4 months
원자력
covering the
발전소
massive explosion
제4호기의
at
대형 폭발
Chernobyl
사고와 그
nuclear
수습
power
과정을
plant's Unit 4
4개월
at
동안
1:23
취재했습니다.
a.m. on
심각한
April
피폭염을
26,
감내하며 언론인으로서
1986.
사명을 다하려
Risking
생명을
serious
걸고
radiation
체르노빌
exposure to
현장에
fulfill
뛰어든
their
네 분
missions
기자들의
as
업적을
journalists, the work of
기억하고
these four
기림으로써 진실을
journalists
밝히기 위해
who risked their
노력한다.
lives
라는
to
5월
get to the
광주상의
scene
취지와
of the
뜻을 같이
Chernobyl is
한다고
aligned
해서
with the purpose of
수상하게
May
됐습니다.
Gwangju Award, which is to shed light on truth by remembering and honoring.
네, 수상 소감도 5월 광주상 대리 수상을 해주신
Let me invite Her
주한 우크라이나
Excellency Yana
부대사님께 듣도록 하겠습니다.
Skibinyachika, Deputy Head of the Embassy of Ukraine, for her acceptance speech.
Good evening. Thank you so much.
네,
I'm
안녕하십니까
both
여러분.
proud and honored
감사드립니다.
to
굉장히
be here today
영광이고
to
그리고
accept the main
자랑스럽게
Gwangju Award
생각합니다.
on behalf of
이
Yuri
5월
Boldakov,
광주
Volodymyr
상을
Shevchenko,
이
Volodymyr
네 분,
Tarenchenko,
블로도미르
and
셰프첸코,
Volodymyr
유리
Kripchenko.
볼다코프,
These
볼로도미르
courageous
타렌첸코,
Ukrainian
빅토르
journalists
크리프첸코를
braved the hazards
대신해서
of
받게
radiation
되어
to
굉장히
chronicle
영광입니다.
the Chernobyl disaster,
정말 이
praying the terrible price.
체르노빌 원전
It is due to their
사고를
tireless,
기록하기
selfless,
위해서
and
이런
heroic
피폭의 위험을
efforts
무릅쓰고
to
가신
document the
분들입니다.
worst catastrophe
그래서
in human
이런
history, that we now
인류에서
are
가장
able to
큰
learn the
재앙을
truth and honor the
기록으로
memory of
남기기
those
위해서
heroes
이분들은 이러한 희생을
who liquidated
치르셨고
the
그리고
consequences of the
이러한
accident
그
at the cost of their lives.
후속에 일어난 많은 일들 그리고
I am
많은
deeply grateful to you
피해들을
for
직접
recognizing the
겪으시면서
great value
이렇게
of their
기록을
work.
해주셨습니다.
감사합니다.
그래서
Thank you.
이렇게
Yuri
기려주셔서
Boldakov,
감사드립니다.
Volodymyr Shevchenko,
유리
Volodymyr Tarenchenko,
볼다코프,
and Viktor Kripchenko,
블로도미르
by recording the
셰프첸코,
tragedy
블로도미르
at the
타렌첸코,
Chernobyl nuclear
빅토르
power plant,
크리프첸코는
exposed the criminal nature of the
이
Soviet regime,
체르노빌 사고가 원전
which
사고가
kept silent
러시아의
and tried to
이러한
hide the
범죄
true
행위를
scale
전
of the
세계에
accident.
알리는 큰 역할을
This
했습니다.
campaign
그리고
of
이러한
disinformation
어떤
and lies
규모의
resulted in
사고였는지를
numerous
알리는
human
그런
casualties
역할을
and
했습니다. 또한
threatened the
많은
health
사람의
and safety
사상자
of
그리고
millions of
그분들의
people around
건강
the world.
그 이외에 수백만
This
명의
fact is of
건강에 어떤
particular
영향을
resonance
미쳤는지에
today,
대해서
as once
기록을
again
해주신
the world is
분입니다.
threatened, the nuclear safety of the world is
그래서
threatened by
다시
the
한번
aggressive war of Russia
이러한
in Ukraine.
현재 우크라이나에서
The
전쟁을
Zaporizhia
벌이고 있는
nuclear power
러시아로
plant,
인해서 이러한
the largest
원전의
plant
폭발의 위험은
power
아직도
plant in
도사리고
Europe,
있습니다.
has been under occupation for more than a year now. And
그리고
it's been
이
turned by
우크라이나
Russian
전쟁이
forces into a
지금
military base.
오랫동안 1년이 훨씬
Through the
넘는 시간
consolidated
동안
efforts of the
유럽
international
전역을
community, it was
잠식하고
possible
있습니다.
to achieve success in overcoming the consequences of Chernobyl catastrophe.
그리고
So
체르노빌
now we appeal to the world once again
사고는 다시
to
한번
unite
많은
in
사람의
countering this nuclear blackmail of the terrorist
연합을
state
통해서
and restore
극복할
the
수
fundamental
있었습니다. 그렇기
principles of
때문에
the
그와
peaceful use of
똑같이
nuclear energy.
현재 이러한 위기도
There
우리
is one
많은
more
사람이
topic I
같이
cannot
연합을
but mention
하면
while
극복할 수 있을
accepting
것이라고
the award
생각합니다.
on behalf
그리고
of
이렇게
Ukrainian
수상
journalists.
소감을 하는
As Yuri
이
Boldakov,
자리를 빌어서
Volodymyr Shevchenko,
이
Volodymyr
네
Tarenchenko, and
분을
Viktor Kripchenko all those
대신해서
years ago. Nowadays,
네
many
분들
courageous Ukrainian journalists, just
께서
like the brave team who
이분들의
filmed in Bakhmut,
자취를 따라서 지금
risking
여기
their lives
오신
today
우크라이나의
to report the
기자분들처럼
truth about the
자신들의
brutal war
목숨을
aggression
전선에
against Ukraine.
내놓고 우크라이나 전쟁의 참상을 보도하고 있습니다. 2022년 이후 러시아에 의해서 68명의 기자가 돌아가셨고 그리고 10명은 그 전쟁의 폭격으로 인해서 돌아가셨고 나머지 58명은 이러한 여러 가지 고문에 의해서 돌아가셨습니다. 그래서 다시 한번 그분들을 기리고 싶고요. 그리고 오늘 수상자 여러분께 축하의
야나
말씀드리고 싶습니다.
스비네츠카 주한 우크라이나 부대사님 대단히 고맙습니다. 자, 그리고 5월 광주상은 특별한 수상 소감이 하나 더 준비되어 있습니다. 수상자신 4분의 기자 가운데 현재 생존해 계시는 유리 볼다코프 씨의 수상 소감인데요. 안타깝게도 말씀을 하시기엔 좀 힘든 병환을 앓고 계셔서 대신 손녀 아나스타샤 리지나
The
씨가
only survival of
할아버지를
the
대신해서
four
영상으로
journalists,
수상
we have
소감을
his
보내주셨습니다.
granddaughter
함께 보시죠.
who sent a video.
Dear committee, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Kyiv, Ukraine. My name is Anastasia Ligina and I'm recording this message instead of my grandfather, the Lauri Yuri Bartakov. Unfortunately, he's facing some health issues that had impacted directly on his ability to speak clearly, but I'm here today to convey his thoughts to you. First of all, I would like to thank you for this incredible nomination. When my granddad received that news, he was shocked because, you know, so many years passed and so many events are happening in the world just right now that not so much attention are given to the Chernobyl catastrophe these days. But this award is a real proof that even on the other side of the globe, there are people who still remember and still honor the work of those who were in Chernobyl. Thank you so much for that. Chernobyl was definitely one of the most difficult projects in my grandfather's life. The working conditions were extremely hard. Radiation, physical danger, sleepless night. But probably the most difficult part was that he had to show the truth. And it's hard to do that when not everyone wants to reveal it as it is. But he's a brave man and he had never thought about his personal risk. His driving life force was always to show everything as it is, and he always protected the public rights to know the truth. I'm very proud of him and I'm happy that he's still alive because you know that a lot of people who were in Chernobyl unfortunately passed away very quickly, and I'm happy that opportunity to receive this incredible award from your committee. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for honoring my granddad and thank you for recognizing the impact of his work.
네, 감사합니다. 손녀가
Thank you
대신전하는 특별한
very
수상
much.
소감
That was a
그리고
very
손녀의
special and
반응까지 함께
heartwarming
들으셨는데요.
acceptance
유리
speech
볼다코프
from
씨의
his
쾌유를
granddaughter.
기원합니다.
I hope that
자,
for the
이제
fast recovery of Yuri.
힌츠페터국제보도상의
And now it
대상인
is time for us to award the grand prize of the
차례입니다.
2023 Hintspeter
힌츠페터
Awards,
기자는
the
1980년
World at a
광주
Crossroads
운동을 취재한 뒤
Award.
독일로 돌아가서
Hintspeter documented the 1980
기부회상
Gwangju
한국
Democratic Movement and
이라는
returned to
특집
Germany,
다큐멘터리를
after
만들어서
which in September
올파를
he
다시 한번
shared
세상에
what he
알렸고
recorded in Gwangju with the title South Korea at a Crossroads. This documentary was then secretly brought back into Korea and spread widely under the name The Gwangju Video, and thereby leaving a huge impact in the democratization process of Korea. And to honor such endeavors, we have named the award Hintspeter Awards and the grand prize as the World at a Crossroads Award. And so here is the winner.
Вы сражаетесь за Родину, за победу! Ура!
Любой человек не мог предположить, что в конце февраля начнутся такие события.
Вот я аватарку поставил себе. Нет войне написал. Дурак был.
Разговоры запрещены. Вас сейчас выгонят отсюда.
Держись, любимая.
Ну и мы надеемся, что если какие-то тревожные звоночки прозвенят, можно схватить паспорт и просто уехать.
I would rather put myself in danger than just being quiet about it.
Юрис, причем он не мог заключить контракт, он не мог пойти в армию.
Natalia's dad was unable to receive the full treatment he needed because of medical shortages in Russia as a result of the war.
Многонациональный народ Российской Федерации.
About our country falling apart and becoming the next North Korea.
Объединенные общей судьбой.
Суд вынес решение, что список вот этот вот погибших – это разглашение гостайны.
Можно сесть за это. Звонили вам. Можно, да?
Когда уехал, мне уже сказал, что он там.
And the recipients of the grand prize, the World at a Crossroads Award of the 2023 Hin츠페터 Awards, goes to Vasily Kolotilov, Alexandra Odinova, Kasbin Mohammed, and Yuri Mihailovich for reporting Inside Russia, Putin's War at Home. To present the award, please welcome Chair of the Judging Committee, Ahmed Assar, and Chairman Na Jun-young of the HAOC. These four journalists directly reported on the harsh reality of extensive media control and political repression under the so-called fake news law to criticize and target those opposing the Ukrainian war. Despite the risk of imprisonment for up to 3 years, these journalists risk their lives through their reporting, shedding light on the crisis of Russian media freedom, democracy, and the voices of dissent that had not yet been conveyed previously by Russia and international media. The dedication of these four video journalists who risk their lives to report in defense of the values of democracy, human rights, peace, and press freedom was recognized by the judges as having embodied the journalistic spirit that Hin츠페터 had showed back in Gwangju in May of 1980. The award is awarded today here, Vasily Kolotilov and Alexandra Odinova, presenting the trophy and the bouquet of flowers as well as the cash reward. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause. And we will now have a photo session. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed Assar and Chairperson Na. And we will hear from the recipients of the Grand Prize, the World at a Crossroads Award. 이 상을 받는 것은 굉장한 영광입니다. 저희가 이 상을 받으리라고는 그리고 오늘 이 자리에 서 있으리라고는 생각하지 못했습니다. 굉장히 놀랐는데요. 먼저 깊은 감사를 표하고 싶습니다. 이 힌츠페터 국제보도상의 심사 과정에 함께하신 모든 심사위원분들과 또 이 국제보도상 개최를 위해서 힘써주신 모든 분들께 깊은 감사의 말씀을 전합니다. 그리고 또한 저희와 함께 제작을 했던 모든 팀원들께 감사를 드리고 또 게스빈 모하마드 오늘 함께 할 수 없었는데요. 다른 영상 작업을 현재 하고 계신데 이란에서 함께하지 못했지만 감사하다는 마음을 전하고 싶습니다. 그리고 ITV와 프론트라인 PBS 측에도 저희가 이 이야기를 세상에 내보일 수 있도록 도움을 주신 것에 대해 감사를 드립니다. 그리고 성함을 드러낼 수 없는, 말씀드릴 수 없는 그런 분들께도 또 감사를 전하고 싶습니다. 네, 이 상은 용감한 저희 다큐멘터리 참여해드린 분들께 전하고 싶습니다. 소냐와 사샤, 나탈리아 이런 분들이 참여해 주셨기 때문에 우크라이나 전쟁에 대한 선전에 맞서는 이들 덕분에 이 이야기를 할 수 있었습니다. 그들은 언론의 자유를 위해서 훨씬 더 힘든 싸움을 해나가고 있습니다. 안타깝게도 다른 많은 기자들과 마찬가지로 이렇게 우리가 영상 보도를 하면서 이것들이 보다 더 큰 영향을 미쳤으면 하는 아쉬움이 있을 때도 있습니다. 그럼에도 불구하고 우리가 하는 일은 계속해야 합니다. 광주에 있었던 일이 만약 힌츠페터가 당시에 카메라를 들고 현장에 뛰어들어가지 않았다면 세계에 알려지지 못했을 수도 있었을 것입니다. 그 자신과 마찬가지로 중요한 가치를 수호하고자 했던 많은 사람들의 정신이 알려지지 못했을지도 모릅니다. 이런 상을 저희가 받음으로 인해서 현재 일어나고 있는 권위주의적인 악행들 그리고 이런 일들을 취재하기 위한 기자들의 노고가 보다 더 많이 알려지기를 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Thank
you so much, Vasily and Alexandra. Please give them a huge round of applause once again for receiving the grand prize.
자, 이렇게 기로에 선 세계상
With awarding the World at a Crossroads Award, we will conclude the 2023 Hintzpeter Awards. As a member of the press, I want to express my deepest respect to all of the recipients of the award. This year was the third Hintzpeter Awards, and we truly hope that this will continue to recognize and stand together with all of the journalists and members of the press who stand tall and proud and in unity to protect democracy, human rights, and peace. Once again, we want to thank all of the recipients of the Hintzpeter Award of 2023, and we truly hope that this will serve as yet another opportunity for the advancement of all of your endeavors. Thank you to all of the participants here today, and also for those of you joining us online. We will be back in 2024. Thank you, and I am Lee Jung-min signing off. Thank you.